Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay, fine. So yesterday I decided to change a little bit the design that we already have and try to add, for example, an inner part for the walls. So in case that we need, we're going to create renders from the inside. We already have the asset, and in case that we don't need those, we just delete the polygons that we're not going to use. Remember that right now I am only focusing on doing this for Blender, and in case I want to use it, we're going to use it. But depending on how we're going to use it, that's the real way to say it. Depending on how we want to use it, then we're going to make all the changes that we need, especially to make remember that for games, maybe we don't need too much details, or maybe we can delete some details and try different textures to delete some polygons and things like that. Depending on that, we're going to take some decisions and changing the mesh, the textures. But I think that the asset is going to be like the same. For example, I'm not going to make for example, buildings like bigger, things like that. One moment. Okay, so with that being said, today maybe we're going to continue fixing the assets that we already have. Also, we created a new version for the wall 2 because I wanted to create these like inner security bars, but now because I changed a little bit the windows, and I need to remember the value that I use. So because of that, I need to create some kind of frames. The same material from the walls. This is not good, but with this we can open a possibility to maybe create new versions for security bars and windows. Then it is probable that we're going to do that, depending on how many variations and different assets we can create with this modular. I think there is a math formula to maybe statistics to know how many versions of assets we can create, but of course we are not going to use that. We're just going to see how many of that we can create. My number is going to be 30 for homes or houses, only for houses, just keep in mind for houses. Unique versions for homes, I want that at least 30, and then we can repeat. And I'm going to try to do it only with assets, because we can have maybe the same versions of the houses but with different colors or materials. Also another thing that I have to keep in mind, that I need to create some very destroyed versions for the buildings. Yes, I think that for each, not for the houses because it's going to be too much, but for example for the police stations, for the hospitals and things like that, I want to try to create, for example, 3 versions of the same hospital. Normal versions, like is working like before the apocalypse, The second one is like in the middle, or maybe in the time of apocalypse, with the imperfections of the when you don't give maintenance to the building, some issues in the materials, in the textures, things like that we can show. And the third version is going to be like a completely destroyed version, and I mean by destroyed maybe like fire, or maybe like a bomb dropped into the building, things, something like that, a very destroyed version. I want to do that, but let's see. Maybe because of the time, I'm not going to do it, and I'm just going to go with one version. That it is probably be the second version, the abandoned version, just the abandoned version, not the destroyed version. I'm going to call it the normal version, the abandoned version, and the destroyed version. And maybe today, to do something different, I want to try to start maybe creating materials. I'm going to keep materials into a different file, so we can have our assets in a very organized way. I want to say that it is very common to, when you deliver your projects, it is very common to have everything in one single asset and everything in one single folder. I mean, textures and things like that. But I don't know if you are hearing the noise. Come on, please. Okay, I was saying that when you deliver a project, it is very common to have it in the zip file, and to have that into zip file, you need to have everything in one single folder and one single file. So I am saying because here we're going to work with different files. I want to do it because remember that we're going to test a lot of things. So maybe today we can start with our first material, PBR materials. Remember, I am not an expert. I'm going like here with you, trying to do it, and just try to see what we can get. If someone here is an expert creating materials, can help me with maybe better versions with notes, or maybe can give me feedback with which other method I can apply to do it in a better way. Okay. Remember that my goal with those textures is first create the PBR version, then try to see if we can bake it, and after that and to have a baked version, and to bake the material and have it like in a seamless version of the texture, so we can, like for example, like ground, like we can apply it into the ground with no problem, and you have, like, you don't see like these sharp edges, divisions between the repetition of the texture. Seamless version is the word. Let's see. Maybe we don't have to do that for all of these assets, but we have to pay attention only for ground or terrain, like soil, I don't know, grass, things like that. Okay, so let me turn off the camera and let's get started. We create this version. Let me close this and let me continue with number 3, with window number 3. We have to do this with everything, with the doors too. Yes, because I decided yesterday to the walls to be 15 centimeters of thickness, to have 15 centimeters of thickness. Let's see. And to have both sides of doors. forgot to hide that. And now let's go with window 3. Great. Ooh. Here, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, let's select our... Just one moment. I want to move this a little bit down. Let me apply the rotation for this. Okay. I think that this is not going to be good. Okay, what is happening here? Transform. Okay, 0.15, so we need to move this a little bit to the inside. Okay, we have our window, and of course the same way we need to move this to the front. One moment. No, just yes. Move everything to the front. Sorry. Give one moment if this is by rotation. Okay. This to the front. Great. Now it is better. And this is Windows 3, right? Windows 3 guys here. We need now to move this a little bit to the front. Oh, here I need to do the same thing. No, this one not, because it's more difficult. No, I'm going to keep this one like that. Okay, don't worry. We're going to fix that. Okay, here we can start deleting things that we are not going to use. Better. Okay. But for example, no, I don't need this. Yes, I don't need this. Or I need it. Let me see. I think that I keep that for a reason, but I don't remember. No, I think that no. Yes, we don't have problem with that. Let me delete all the things that we are not going to use. So we can lower the number of polygons. Then we'll go and try to fix what we have in the other side. Verify. Yes, we don't have problems. Let's continue deleting the things that we do not use. So we can lower the number of polygons. We always try to find a way to lower the number of polygons, always. Especially for if you're going to work for games and animations. I'm going to keep here maybe like a mid-poly versions for asset, but because I'm going to do like some kind of close-ups, renders like that, and I'm going to need some kind of detail, some level of detail, but it is not, and maybe we'll find another way to keep that detail, but maybe with planes and textures. because I think that, or I don't know, maybe create low poly versions and only for, nah, we'll see, but maybe definitely we need to create low poly versions of what we are doing right now. Great. Hide that. Let's see if we have something. Oh, the same thing. We need to clean that. Okay. And now here, I am not going to change anything else. I'm going to keep it like that and only delete these parts. To do this in the easiest way, I'm just going to apply here. No, it's not being good. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, good, don't worry. Let's keep it like that. Okay, and now delete this part. Great. Yes, the window is looking good. I'm going to keep it like that. We have here. Okay. We have a problem here. What is the problem? Well, we have a problem here. This one is the problem. This is the problem. Okay. Okay. It is very possible that we're going to, maybe, yes, let's delete that. Let's delete this part that we're not going to use. Great. Okay, we have this. It is possible that I'm going to keep one file per building. Yes, because I'm going to try to add all the details like we're going to use all of that, and for different purposes, and when I'm going to join them into one file to create, maybe for example, the renders for the neighborhoods, for the interiors, but with other buildings, things like that. And depending on that, I'm going to delete all the things that we are not going to use. That is a better strategy. We need to find also a way to create broken windows. We need to create broken windows. Okay, now that we fixed that, let's go with window 4. Window 4. Window 4, window 4. Window 2, window 4. Here we have window 4. Let me just hide window 3, window 4. Great. This one is easier because we don't have a frame. And I think that all the no, we have a here. Oh no, here we're going to have some troubles. Let's see. This is not going to be good. I don't know. Let's see. This one. Let me clean this part here. Okay, this is the better version. Yes, great. And now let's see the bars that we need to change here. Oh, no. I don't want this. Oh, no. Disaster. This is perfect. I know. These versions are good. No problem with this. But here we're going to have problems. See if I have a yes. The only way to make this work is to have like a bigger, very thick wall, and in this case, no, that's not the look. No. Oh no. It's not going to. This is not good. This is not a good. Definitely not good. But I already have a window with this, right? Is this maybe I don't have problems? Oh no, yes, I have problems. Oh no. Then try to move it a little bit to the front. This? No, this is not looking good. No. This is bad. Let me see something, please. Okay, we have this one. Okay. Here is going to be a. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Ah, no. Okay. Keep calm. Okay, we can do this. So the strategy that I'm going to use is there is no other way to do this like to create a different wall, a new version of the wall, only for this inner security bars protection. So let's add like the frame for this. Let me hide this one moment. Let me select everything and create new Windows 6. Okay. Windows 6. Let's select this one, and let's select this. Windows 6, move that to Windows 6, and a very important thing, let me go to window bars 4, and this 3, this 4, no, this one. Move this to a new collection that is going to call Windows 6 bars. Windows 6 bars. Let's change the name here. Window. So okay. Let me hide this just for a moment. This is Windows 6. And let me hide everything here and return and fix the other one. Window 4. Window 4. Let's work with this, and to work with this I'm going to use the last version and move the frames exactly to these edges. Okay, so let me select this. Closest. Like that? No, please. Okay, like that. Yes. Great, and this is perfect. We just need to make it a little bit. This is different. No. These walls, I think that I'm not going to use them, and let me bring these walls to 6. Let's fix this. I'm going to merge this one with this one. Transforms. Yes, now let's move this to the front. Let me see the window. Maybe I didn't know, it was 35, I think. Okay. Oh, this one now. Okay, and now I can. Yes. Okay. So we fix the windows, and now we have to do the same for the doors. But maybe let's try to do something different today, and let's try to create a material, okay? Yes. Great. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so right now we're going to try to create a material and see how good it is going to look. And we're going to test it with our model, of course. Let me... Well, I'm going to create a new file, okay? One moment, please. Okay, so we're back. This is the new file. Let me select everything, of course. And let me save it in PBRs. I'm going to call it just PBR. To put in PBR creation weapon. I'm going to use PBR creation. Materials creation. Okay, one moment. Okay, we're back. And to test our materials, we're going to use simple shapes. For example, we can use, for example, the simple plane, a simple cube, maybe the icosphere. One moment, please. Cube, plane, cube. I don't like it. I'm just going to use the same sphere that I use. We can use the UV sphere, no problem. Okay, let's try with the cube 1 minute. For the same method that we use for sculpting. Sorry. I forgot to I just press Shift, Alt Shift, S and 1 to make it completely spherical. And our monkey. What is the monkey? Okay. So what we're going to create first? Or try to create. You know, no. This file is going to be, no, don't worry. So what I'm going to use is no. The thing is, this file I don't want to have too many images. We're going to use a lot of images here. Okay, we create other one later if we need to do that. So let's see an example. This one. And maybe that's all. So look, our material is going to be these painted security bars. Okay, so I made some research and to keep it simple, like these bars are made of iron. So these are like iron security bars, and you use a special paint to cover it and protect it from the sun, from the rain, but of course that it is not like you always have to. Once in a while, maybe a few years, every few years, you need to fix the imperfections, like ripping out all the paint and clean it and paint it again to keep it as new. That is a way to maintain your home. But of course, we're in abandoned zombie city. We don't have that kind of work for our city. But remember that first I told you that I'm going to use this for the assets to keep normal versions and then the abandoned versions. First, I'm going to work on the abandoned versions. The normal versions are going to be easier. We can keep, in the materials, the normal versions. For the modeling, I'm going to start with normal versions, and then I'm going to go with the abandoned versions. For the materials, I'm going to go with the abandoned versions first, and then later with the normal versions. Why? Because I want to start with the most difficult part. In this case, modeling everything, a lot of assets is the most difficult part, so I want to start with that, and then delete all the things that we don't need. For the materials, the normal versions is going to be something simple, a single graft with an easy nodes connection and an easy graft. And the abandoned version is going to be more difficult, so I want to try that first. So let's get started. So we go to our shading. Let's start. So for we're going to start with something easy. I'm going to try to keep it easy. Again, there are different ways to do this. There is not a specific way, just as modeling and all the things that you create in art. You can use different methods. You only need how to use the tools, but it is up to you if you find a way that is more efficient than others, or maybe in most cases the one that is going to work for your goal. Everything depends on what is your goal. In my case, I am not an expert with trying to create PBR materials. I am not an expert with that, but I know something, because I do this a lot of times, but I am not an expert. So I'm going to try to keep it simple. If you are a beginner, I think that it is not going to be simple. For me, it was not simple. Maybe that's why I'm not an expert in this, because there are some things that I don't understand completely. I don't understand, but I know at least the basics. And of course, if you ask me, okay, why this, okay, if I don't have the answers, for now it is just because it is working. But of course, you want a technical answer, I will try to make some research. I thought that I need to do that before, but again, most of the times we just try to do things to reach the goal. Sometimes because we're working on projects, and projects have deadlines, and you don't have time to start making research to try to discover why these things are like this. You just try something. If it is working and it is good and it fits with the brief, you go with it. So that this is the case. For example, in the project that I was working before, I completed, but then later I was asked to adapt it to Unreal Engine, and then I just discovered that I made some things that was not good. not good for Unreal. For the Blender only, it was completely good. So okay, let's start. So we have our principal BSDF. Here you can change the attributes of how this material is going to work. I'm not going to explain this a lot. Maybe we have a special streaming to try to keep, because I know some of these things I don't know why, but I know how. I don't know what are the functions of. No, I don't know the technical explanations, but I know how to use them. Most of them, I don't know completely the knowledge. I don't know, like, know this like in a not professional way. I don't have like the full documentation of what is this. I just use it. I know some things, and I can make things with this. Right now I'm going to keep it simple like that. This is the material output where you're going to, with this, you're going to see your if we don't connect it, you're going to see nothing. So just keep it like that. For example, this displacement is when you want to add, let's say that you don't want to add like details by adding mesh, I mean more polygons, and you have a way to just create a texture and with nodes connect it to displacement, add one level of subdivision and have that level of detail that you was reaching, and you don't want it to model it, just to create it with material. So displacement is for that. They create the illusion that your material is modeled with the full detail, high poly details that you are trying to add. That is displacement. For base color is the diffuse part, where you are going to see the color, in this case the brown. Roughness is to add some kind of what is it? Shiny property. This is very important when you, for example, try to create like a plastic element. If you look, for example, if I move it completely to 1, you're going to have to 0, you're going to find some kind of reflections, and look, it is going to look like plastic. So that is our roughness. And if you move to 1, you're going to have 0 roughness. So we're going to play with this value. Metallic, of course, the metallic property. The IOR, I am not completely sure about index of refraction. This one I don't know the technical explanation, but yes, it is for glass, and also like to have some kind of reflection when you're creating some kind of special materials, even plastic. Maybe it is how you want your materials to reflect the output lighting that you're using. If you're using light or some kind of environment texture, how you're going to your material to be affected with that. If you're using reflections, especially things like that. With alpha, you can create, for example, if you are creating, for example, lips, and you have the full texture here and the leaf at the center, and you don't care about all the other parts, you just want to keep your lips. So I think that you do this with PNG, with alpha around, with a transparent background, and alpha is good for that, to keep like things transparent. Normally is to, with light, have some kind of detail, like bumped detail. It is not the same as displacement. It is similar to displacement, but displacement is 100% like to keep the bump material out and to have some kind of real detail here. But roughness normally is something like that, but in a lower level. It is most used the way you reflect colors, the green, the blue, the colors, the RGB, to try to create a sensation of how the level of details are looking. If you want like an inner, if you want inner details or outer details, you can play with that with this normal. And the other ones we're not going to use right now, but there are different purposes that right now I can. Transmission is, for example, for glass. I think you move it completely to one, and you're going to have transparent materials here, like glass, no transparent. You're going to see the material, but you're going to have you're going to be able to look through the material. Okay, so here we're going to have, look, two materials. In reality, like three, but the main materials are going to be these two: the paint, that is going to look old, the metal, and the rusty details, that because it is iron, and if you don't have protection with water, with humidity, with a lot of factors, your material is going to become like that. Okay, I'm going for some water, and I'll be back in a moment. We're going to start creating our material, so don't go, please. And for now, please follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, and give it a like. I'll be back in a moment. I'll go for some water. Okay, I'm back. So let's continue. We're going to start. I said that we're going to try to use two materials in this case. Why? Because we have one that is the paint and the other one that is the metal. There are different ways. I want to try something that I think that is the best way when you try to create like two different versions with a lot of different details and also attributes. I'm talking about materials. I think that the best way is try to use shaders. I mean mixed shaders, sorry. So you can have two of these and like combine. And how you're going to modify the way you're going to look those with something called the factor that is going to help us to say, okay, you're going to see most of this material or most of the other material. So I'm trying to explain you in a way. Please, if I don't using the right words, let me know. I want you to try to understand, to explain myself in the right way. I don't want to memorize what I am doing, because again, with this especially, I am not an expert. I just say, okay, this is working and we're going with this. I understand how some of these things work, but I do not know completely all the nodes that you have here to create things. I'm sure that there are maybe better ways to do this, but I'm just trying. My goal is to see this and try to replicate it in here. That is my goal. Okay? So for example, for the metalness, I think that, look, this is the most common attribute, metalness. We can play with the roughness. Maybe this metal is a little bit rough. I don't know the roughness. Let's try with 0. This metal looks good. What do you think? Maybe not. Maybe this metal is not like real shiny. It is iron. Remember that we're trying to create iron. For example, this is very shiny. This one, I think that it is not real shiny. Again, of course, that maybe the images are not helping me. But we can change this. Let's try to. I'm going to show you my way. So I'm just going, for example, let's go with this. Let's open Google here and let's try to see iron, I don't know, hex code, trying to replicate exact, like light gray. Okay, darker materials such this one. Okay, let's try for rough iron. Let me this one. This root is the one that we need, right? So okay, this one is the one that we're going to use, because these pieces are like together. So let's go with this one, wrought iron. Let's see this color. Great, it is darker. Yes, good. Let's say just to this iron is wrought iron shiny. Wrought iron is generally not shiny. It typically has a matte flat and satin black finish, often textures for forging. Yes, I agree with that. So maybe we can change this. Shine restoration. The shine can be brought back by cleaning. Most wrought iron is painted with flat or satin. Yes, but you're talking about with the paint. without maintaining the lucidity lesser due to exposure. Okay, so it is not shiny. Let's try with 0.5. Just we're going to keep it at the middle, metallic. Just okay. So right now we have our first material. Of course, we're going to modify some things later, but right now we're going to go with this one. I'm going to add another one. We can duplicate it, but I'm going to add another one. BSD principal. Okay, now let's connect this one. We can connect it, or we can just press Ctrl Shift. Sorry, I forgot about the window. Window, you can see it in the window, in the region, area here. Okay, so you can see what I am doing. I told you that to change, you press Ctrl Shift, left click, Ctrl Shift. This is the trick that we always use to visualize what we are doing. Now with the paint, we're going to make it less shiny because you already saw that it should be not shiny. Let's try with that, not one. And metallic, no, of course, because this is paint. And let's try, I don't know. Let me see a good. Let's go with the white. No, something very different that we can later. Something that we can contrast in between the different. I only see white. Let me see, white. All of these are white. Okay, let's keep it like that, white. We can find another color later. So we have this and we have this. Okay, now something very important. We have this and this. Right now, how we're going to combine these two materials? I'm going to use, you have here, let me see, one moment please. Shader, no, let me find the noise. Texture, okay. Here in the texture group, we can find this Voronoi here, yes. These textures, these nodes that are going to give us some kind of detail to our material. By detail I mean, for example, different shapes that are going to be that is different shapes, like let's say that you're painting with a brush, or using your brush to put the paint like the way you want in over the canvas, or you are scratching something, those kind of detail, like scratching, like spots, like paint spots, like perfect shapes, patterns, lines, all of those main like textures you're going to have with these nodes. We're going to use this in this group, noise texture. Again, to visualize is like this, so you can see here. You can change here between different properties to have different ways to look your material. I'm going just to the territory in this other one. I'm going to use this, the simple FDM. Also you have 2D, 1D, 4D. We're going to keep 3D. This is the number of dimensions, 3D. Okay, and of course the level of scale. Want to make it bigger, like that. I'm going to keep it like that for now. The level of detail, if you want these spots, spots to make it look like with more detail, you can increase. Look the difference. It is more detail, or like before you barely see the details. It is more like blur. You have with detail, with roughness. Let's see. Okay, it is like you can see the difference between shiny, I mean by shiny the black and white that we have here. The lacuna, I don't know this one. I don't remember this one. It is like a way to increase. Okay. And distortion, of course, it's going to distort our shapes here, our spots. Most of the times you don't change all of this, you just change a few of these. And we're going to use factor. I don't know the exact technical explanation, but you play with, you always try to use, if you can see, white and black. So you are in a grayness area. You're going for completely black to completely white, and factor is going to specify that only go in the grayness area. With color, you can have the RGB combination. In this case, it is very common that you always, most of the times, you're going to go with factor, but you also can use color. You use this one for specific cases, but in general you use the factor. And also for some properties, because I forgot to say, when you use textures here in materials, the only one that is going to have the RGB properties is base color. If you want to use, for example, ambient occlusion, metallic, roughness, and normal, all their properties needs to be with non-color. It is going to work only in the grayness area, because then maybe you are not going to see them, but it is very common that maybe your 3D app, to 3D software, or your game engine is going to find some issues when trying to interpret the textures that you are importing, and you use colors, for example. So no, always work with this in the grayness area. That's why maybe this one is most used. And the color, it doesn't matter, because we can change the color later. This is the way I understand things. Maybe I am wrong, maybe I don't have the right explanation. This is how I understand it, and it helped me with try to find ways to create my materials. Again, I am not an expert. If you are an expert, please help me and let me know why I'm wrong. Write your comments below and help not only me, the community here, with the right explanation. Again, I want to repeat, I am not an expert in this. I know how to do some things, and I do this a lot, but I am not a technical professional, a master of creating materials, PBR materials. But I know, for example, in comparison with geometry nodes, I know a lot of this, not geometry nodes. Geometry nodes is very, very difficult for me, and I understand a few things. But this one I understand more, and I am explaining what I understand. Okay, so we have this, and let's try to combine. We're going to use, so look, you can see that we have black and white. So how we're going to, a way to combine these two materials, because we have, again, we have the metal, and we have the metal, the gray metal, and the white painted material. How we can combine this? So a way for me is use one of the colors for one material and use the other color for the other material. In example, the white area is only be for this material, and the black area is for the other material. So by that we can just combine, because we're going to have in these spots one of the materials, and in the other spot the other material. So to combine that, we're going to use the mix shader. Where is the mix shader? Here. I am not going to use this yet. I'm just going to connect this one here, and this one here. And right now we are having a combination of both materials. Right now this mix shader is using all the properties and all the properties of this in a middle way. And how I can only go with one side to the other side with a factor. So if I go completely white, I mean 0. No, not white. No, I'm saying this in the right way. If I go to 0, we're going to use the first one. That in this case is this one, and this is not going to appear. It is like having this. Look. You don't see any changes, right? Because we are completely in 0. We're using only this material. And if we want to go to the other side, we go completely to the other material, 1. In this case, the B input. Let's say like that. I don't want to add names because maybe that is going to create some kind of confusion, because you're going to say, but I don't find the A and B. This is how I understand things. Again, you can follow the real professional names. In this case, first shader and second shader. I want to call it A and B, or first and second one. So shader 1, shader 2, and with backspace, with the one that you raise, you always come back to it is like reset the properties. So if I press here the backspace, I'm going to restore it, and it's going to be like I am just adding the node. So okay, now here we are in the middle. We have some of this and some of this. How we're going to separate that? With our noise texture. I already said that we're going to use this beautiful texture, this beautiful detail that this node is creating, and we are going to leave one spot, one color for one material and the other color with the other material. So let's go here, and we're going to connect this into the factory. So look, right now I can see that most of this is white and most of this is, and the other like small spots are with this. So right now here in this part you can see that we have the combination of the material, and the factory node is going to depend on this node. Of course, that look, this is not completely white and this is not completely black. Why I am saying this? Because we have like a level of grayness here. We have something near white and something near black. And why is that important? Because the same way is going to affect the materials. It is not going to have completely this material in these spots. It is going to be near this, but it's going to have some of this here, and in the other area is going to have most of these areas with these properties, but is going to have something about the other, some small percentage of this, because we are grayness, we're using grayness. This is not completely white and not completely black. How we can fix that? We are going to use this one, this node that is going to call color ramp. With this we can control how the level of grayness. By default, the color ramp is going to use the completely black and completely white. What is the name of this? How can I call this? What is the name of this? Marks. We can call it like marks. So the first this I don't know the name of this. Flip color ramp. No, distribute stop. We can call it a stop. Okay. This first stop here again, if there is the right word, please let me know in the comments. I am just using, I don't know, this thing. I don't want to say the word thing. So the first stop here, the first mark, is going to have the completely black and the other one completely white. We are using RGB, and here we can, the interpolation, we can change it. By this we can use linear, like it's going to fade our grayness. We can use ease to make it even more with more a smooth transition. Yes, a smooth transition between stops, between colors. Cardinal, I don't remember this one. No, I don't remember this one. B-spline, I think that with I used this one once, but I don't remember. And the other one is constant. With this, it is like erase. It is going to delete every kind of smoothness. It is going to leave you a 100% division between black and white. You cannot see here you're going to see right now how it is going to affect, but right now it is not affecting because maybe we need to move this, but I'm going to show you. So for example, let's go with linear. Right now we are here, right? We are going to linear, and to control the level of black and white that we need here to separate, of course, our shader. Look here, we are going to move this. So if we move this like here, move this like here, look, you can see now that it is more white, more black. Let me change the color, because with white you're going to confuse. So let me use blue. Let's say that the paint is blue, or maybe like this red. This is look similar to. I'm going to use the blue. Let's say that the security bar was blue. Okay. So look. Now you have here. You can change. You can play with this. Trying to add one material, more of the other material. You can also invert, and you can change. The white is not going to be black, the black is not going to look white. And if you, again, but you can see that you have some kind of transition between materials, right? Transition, some kind of a smooth transition. If you use this, it is supposed to have more of this transition. If you use this cardinal, I don't know. This cardinal, I don't know. I don't know. The B-spline is going to smooth maybe more, and the constant that I told you is going to delete every kind of, as I told you before, delete every kind of smoothness, every kind of transition that you have here. So look, for now we're going to use just linear. We're starting, and before we go, because we are late, we're not going to finish this today, we're going to finish this tomorrow. We did some things, we fixed that, and we're going to start playing with this material. We're going to try to play with different things. So a very important thing that you need to use right now to keep this seamless, you need to activate, so let me save. If you go here to edit, preferences, into add-ons, you're going to find this node wrangler, this one. You need to activate this to add these two nodes. So if you press, what is the combination? Control T, you can just look for texture coordinate. You can try to add here manually. Texture coordinate. Yes, you can do it like that. You have this and mapping. But to add this again, once with one combination of keys, you need to Control T, and you have that. Why these are very important? This is going to show us how this is going to, how these nodes are going to look in our shape. Example, if we have the UVs, these are going to affect it depending on how we split and how we create the UVs for our material. Right now we don't have UVs because we just create this sphere, and we never create the UV divisions, the UV unwrap. We have nothing, so UV is not going to work. You also have camera, like here I am in the frontal view. If I change the camera, this is going to affect depending on the camera. So I don't know exactly the 100% definition of all of this, but these have, again, one way it is going to say how this is going to affect our project, our object. For our purpose is we're going to use object, so it is going to base to affect depending on the properties that we have for our object. If this is a bigger scale, if we move it like here to the side, and we apply here the transforms, look. So it is going to affect depending on how the object is going to be positioned in the scene. It is going to depend on your rotation, on your location, on your scale, things like that. And the good thing about object is that, again, it only depends on, I don't have a definition here now. It is going to affect depending on how your object is in the scene. This is how I am understanding. Maybe I am wrong. But for example, if you don't have UVs like mine, object is going to be good because it is trying to affect the whole object. Let's change, for example, let's use the monkey. We have shade smooth, and let's add our material that we look. It depends. We never split our object, but we already have our material looking really good. Apply it to our monkey. Let's go with the plane. Let's add the material. Look the same. And the cube. Oh. The same thing. For example, here the cube is easy to divide to create the UVs, but again, we're not using UVs, we're using object. I always use these two. I think that this normal, it depends on the face, how the normal is in your normal position of objects. I think that of the faces, not of the object, of the faces. But you can try, for example, let's try with the monkey. Let's change to UVs. We're going to have a disaster here because we don't have UVs. With normal, let's say, it depends, yes, on all the normals here. Each face generated, I think that this is the basic. Now we're on the camera. Yes, look, remember that I told you that it depends on how I am looking in the view. I told you if I go into the frontal view, if I go here, it's going to change. Maybe this one is good, for example, to create like some kind of diamonds, jewelry, something like that, if you want the reflection of that. In the window, let's see. Maybe the window, no, reflection. Maybe in the material that we are using. Yes, we're going to use object and UVs, but in this case, object. Also because with object we're going to use object if we want to create seamless textures. So friends, for today we're going to finish because it is late for me. I need to do other things. We're going to continue tomorrow, but at least we are starting, so we're going to keep it like that. And we're going to continue tomorrow if we don't have something. Maybe I don't have a new project or something like that. We can continue. So that's all for today, friends. Please remember to subscribe, give it a like, share this content with others, leave a comment below, and please remember to follow me on my other platforms, Twitch, Kick. I am creating different projects, and this week, yesterday I returned to Kick. Let's say if today I don't have any other thing, and we can continue with Twitch, maybe at evening. So in a few hours we can go to Twitch and continue with our project. Also, you can follow me on my social media accounts. Remember that online, in platforms and social media, you can find me as Ferran Salazar Co. You have all the links here in the YouTube page. If you want, if you have, you can join our Discord server where you can share things about 3D, and also you'll find some resources. If you want, also you can follow. If you want me to collaborate with projects as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email there, the social media accounts, the LinkedIn page. You can create a project on Upwork and see trader and send messenger too. Also, if you want to know what kind of computer I'm using, you have the keycode link, and that's how you're going to find all the components there is from a PC. Those things are going to send you directly to Amazon, where you're going to find more information. And if you want to support my work, remember that if you remember that you can follow me on. You can use the super stickers, super chats, super thanks. You also have memberships. You have the PayPal link, and even better, you can get one of my models. If you want assets for your games and animation, you can visit my Turbo store. If you want sculptures for 3D printing, you can visit my Coursera store. Also, you have CD Trader, a third option where you're going to find both assets and sculptures. So that's all, friends. Thanks for coming. In a few hours, if I don't have nothing else, we can continue on Twitch with the other project, and tomorrow we're going to continue with our material, with our PBR material. We are just starting. I explained you some basic things. Again, I am trying to explain you in a way to make me to make you like understand in simple words, and try to see how things are working like that. Not technical words, no real maybe professional words. For that you can check the documentation, the Blender documentation. I'm trying to explain the way I understand it, and the way maybe I think that you can understand it too. If again, I am open to feedback. If you don't understand me, please let me know, or maybe if you have some feedback about my explanation, please let me know also in the comments. So that's all, friends. Thanks for coming. Please remember to subscribe. We'll continue tomorrow. If nothing happens, see you in the next one. Sorry, I didn't saw your messages. Oh, it seems that some people were writing. Sorry. I see XC, Jesus Christ Victorious, Rossi. Man, I have no other way but to ask you. So I have this Byzantine Orthodox Church 2D AutoCAD model and imported it in Blender, but I don't know how to make it 3D. Would you know maybe how to do? It is called AutoCAD 2 Byzantine Church on Google. Sorry, my friend. Please let me know if you are here. I don't know why the streaming. Maybe some people were writing me the other days and I didn't answer because I didn't saw the messages. Oh, that's not good. Sorry, friends. Sorry. Please, these new people. This Jesus Christ Victorious, if you are new, I think that you are new, please write your message in the Discord server. Join to the Discord server, please. So one moment. Okay, I can see that some people write messages. Maybe the previous day, maybe yesterday was the same thing. I don't know why I cannot see the messages in the live chat. I need to check that with OBS. That is a disaster. Sorry about that. I just saw the messages right now. Please, if you have any question, let me know in the Discord server, and we can help you with that. I want to try. Again, I'm not an expert. I want to try to help you. And welcome. Sorry about no looking at your messages, not answering your messages, but I didn't saw the messages, and I have on the screen here. I always use it to see if you are participating, but it was strange that people were not participating. I was like, okay. And no, it seems that some people wrote messages, and maybe the other days it happened the same thing, and I didn't saw the messages. Sorry. I'm going to check that. Please join to the Discord channel. If you are still here, join to the Discord channel, and we're going to try to help you with that, or come back tomorrow. I'm going to try to help you. Sorry about not answering your messages. Again, that was not my... the app didn't show me the messages. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow. Thanks for coming, and sorry about that. I'm going to try to fix that. I don't know why it is not working.